What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're doing something really fun. This is a deck we've played over the last couple of seasons, and I've really enjoyed the versions we put together. And there's some cool new cards that go into this one, and they're legendary. Why does it matter that they're legendary? Well, we're playing Bard Class, and Bard Class requires you to have some legendary stuff so you can get bonuses and then do lots of ridiculous things. And it turns out this version has a lot of new cool tricks because of some cards we got from Crimson Vow that worked out way better than we thought. So if you've been thinking about playing Bard Class, stick around for this one. Alright y'all, two quick things before we get into this one. First, as always, check out shop.ultrapro.com to get all your storage supply needs, whether it's boxes, playmats, sleeves, whatever. Even if you just want some random tokens and other things, they have lots of stuff to take care of you. And it doesn't matter if it's for Magic, Pokemon, several other things, some anime flavored stuff, or even if you're into sports cards and other collectibles, check them out. They support me and other great Magic content creators, so you're going to be doing us a favor by doing yourself a favor. So go check them out over at shop.ultrapro.com. Also with this list, I want to tell y'all something. There's going to be some really fire action with this deck in the last game on the video. So if you don't watch anything else, watch some of the interactions in that last game because they are chef's kiss for sure. Okay, anyway, this list. Now, if you've seen any of my stuff from the last couple of seasons, you're going to have a pretty good idea of how this deck works. Basically, though, it's set up mana, ramp up a little bit, play either of your class cards, and then start working up to your bigger stuff later, and then kind of just go for a bit of inevitability. So we're going to start with Jaspera Sentinel, because we can use this with all of our creatures to keep generating mana. And the best part about this is because we have things that are cheaper, the Jaspera Sentinel's 1 mana is going to be more valuable in this deck than a lot of other decks because that can be the difference between us getting a second or a third spell a lot of the times on a turn. We're playing 3 Magda, Brazen Outlaw. I kind of want to play 4, but realistically I don't have enough room experimenting with stuff right now. But hey, if you don't have some of the other cards, go ahead and play a 4th Magda. The card's just good. But you can use Magda along with Jaspera Sentinel and other things in the deck to produce bonus mana, which is great. Really not much more to it than that. And this is probably the deck that has the most ways to use Magda, which is very cool. Now, Ranger class, you've seen it in a lot of decks, not a surprise. Get a wolf, get counters on things, be able to play stuff off the top of your library. Well, the cool part is, with Ranger class and Bard class side by side, you kind of get all the cards you want if you get them both to level 3, which is pretty sweet. But this one lets you make the casting costs of spells 1 green and 1 red less. Now, it doesn't reduce colorless mana, but it does reduce colored mana symbols, which is a big deal. And then at level 3, every time you play a legendary spell, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your library, and you can play those until end of turn. So, awesome stuff, right? Once we get these activated to level 3, we should almost never run out of cards. We're playing a couple of copies of Targnar, partly because it's free if you have a Bard class leveled up, which is great. But Targnar actually has a other kind of like hidden ability that actually pumps all your team whenever it attacks, because we're often attacking with more than 6 power. So that's pretty cool, makes things even bigger. And we can also double its power and toughness. So lots of cool stuff going on here, and Targnar is often going to be a 3/3+. We're playing 3 Eska, God of the Tree. Partly because the mana is huge when you're talking about leveling up things and still being able to play spells. This is going to allow us to do that since the large majority of the things we're playing are legendary. However, when you get to play the backside, the Prismatic Bridge, which we're able to do because we have a lot of things that can get us the mana colors that we want, so that's awesome, including Eskas if you already have one on the board. During your upkeep, you reveal the top cards from your library until you reveal a creature or a planeswalker card and you put it onto the battlefield. So you just get it for free, the others go on the bottom of your library. Another thing too is, remember, Magda also works with Eska because Magda is legendary. So you can tap Magda for a mana and then get another mana. So this is becomes another cool way you can use it. Then we have Torrens, Fist of the Angels. One of the reasons I wanted to test Torrens is, one, it's pretty easy for us to cast in this list, but it does give us the ability to go wide. Every spell we play, or every creature we cast, which this deck's mostly creatures, we actually get another 1/1, which is pretty big. And the 1/1s also have training. And I think that's something to not be undersold, because you can very easily get those 1/1s up to a 3 or a 4 power over a couple of attack steps with the way this deck's built. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Eska's Chariot, because, well, the card's just ridiculously good. And, again, something else you can use Magda with. So we have multiple ways we can get that bonus treasure and mana out of Magda without actually having to attack. And that's pretty sweet. And there's a lot of just cool trickery things we can do with Chariot. We can also copy other tokens if we need to, so we're not going to be out of tokens in any way, shape, or form to be able to copy. And we have a lot of things we can just straight up use the Chariot with anyway. Then we have Kolvari, God of Kinship. You have the Ring Heart on the backside. The Ring Heart crest lets you tap for a green mana to spend on a creature spell of their chosen type when it comes into play, or you can just cast a legendary creature spell, which again is most of the stuff in the deck. So if you need to ramp up and have more mana, this is one way you can do it. However, if you just play it as a creature, it's a 2/4 that becomes a 6/6 and has vigilance, and then you can pay 1 and a colorless, look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal a legendary creature card from them, and put them in your hand. So we should rarely miss looking at 6 cards. It does happen every once in a while, but it's one more way to fuel your hand and kind of keep going. So love this deck as we have it set up, because there's so many ways to get cards and do other fun things. Then we have Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Your creatures attack, they deal damage, you get to draw a card. Nothing too special there. Now, this is one of the other new cards that really excited me to put into this list. Halana and Alena Partners. It's 2 colorless, red-green for a 2/3 first strike, reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is this card's power. That creature also gains haste. Now, something to note is if you have a Bard class out, this comes in with the counter. Then, whenever you get to the attack step, you get to put 3 counters on something, and that thing will have haste. That opens the door for so many things. And this card alone becomes a big threat to your opponent, because every single thing is going to not only be bigger, but also have haste. This is a very good card in a list like this. So I'm excited to see how those games play out with this. And then Wrenn and 7, because, well, it's just Wrenn and 7. Like, you can get a big body, you can copy it with the Chariot, you also get to play it for 4 instead of 5 if you have a Bard class leveled up. Like, lots of things in this deck that make this good. And then since I was splashing white, I didn't want to play white just for Taurens, so I decided to go ahead and play Drizzt Do'Urden because, well, it makes 2 bodies, and one of them double strikes. And there's a good chance this is going to be a 4/4, and then some. So, yeah, imagine this too. Imagine having Halana and Alena out, then you play Drizzt afterwards, where you're making at least a 5/5, possibly a 6/6, and getting to attack with it with double strike. Like, that is big time. So we have a lot of cool stuff we can do there, and we're playing 1 Inferno of the Star Mounts just kind of as a clincher that we can draw late to try to finish the game if we're lucky. Then for lands, we are all over the place here, but there's a damn good reason for it. We're playing 2 Shatter Skull Smashing, 1 Den of the Bugbear, 1 Mountain, 1 Forest, 2 Lair of the Hydra, 1 Riverglide pathway, Blightstep pathway, Dark Boar pathway, 4 Crag Crown pathway, 4 Rockfall Vale, 3 Needle Verge pathway, 3 Branchloft pathway, and 1 Bark Channel pathway. Why? You're probably asking, are we playing all these pathways? Well, it comes down to Eska, God of the Tree, but particularly the Prismatic Bridge, because we want to guarantee the odds of casting this. The way we're set up now with all the different lands, there is a realistic shot that we could just cast this on turn 3, and that's a big deal. So want to give ourselves a realistic shot of hitting that. Otherwise, every pathway we're playing makes either green or red, so we're not going to miss any of our key mana for casting the stuff we want in the deck. And then the only ones we doubled up on otherwise that weren't just the green red ones were the ones that make white, because we do have Drizzt and we do have Taurens, and we want to make sure we can cast those. So there was thought put into this mana base, even though it looks absolutely absurd. Following those things I just told you, if you don't have certain pathways, you can fill in with the other ones that make sense. So there is some leeway here. Otherwise, that's it. That's the deck list. We're going to go play some games. We're going to have some fun. As always, check to the end of the video. Be sure to check out that last game because it's sick. We're going to have some updates, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you. This one we keep. We're going to go Pathway. Probably with the Crag Crown. And then Magda into Bard class, maybe? Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we'll just get green, tap the Magda. Use that to cast this. And then next turn, we can level up Bard Class, play a land, tap these two to play Halana and Alena. I could then play Jaspera Sentinel with this if I... Well, depending on how I do it. Either way, I'll have the mana available. And then it can attack with Jaspera Sentinel for 2? For 3, because it puts 2 counters on it. And this will be a 3/4 with First Strike and Reach. So lots of stuff here going down. Looks like the opponent wants to remove something here, though. Charles says you play Magic too? Well, good. You came to the right stream. Don't know what the opponent's up to here, though. Maybe a couple of, Oh, they're going to get rid of my Bard Class. They might have some portable holes here. No, just a Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. Alright. That's a thing to note. Now the question becomes, can we race them? Quite possibly is the answer. Let's play this. Let's level this up. We will tap this for green. Guess it doesn't really matter. And then we'll hit this up. And then I guess we'll just play this. Put counters on that. And do we attack here is the question. We could sit back and block the Raptor, but I don't think we want to. I think we want to try to be somewhat aggressive here. I think our Halana and Alena is not going to survive, so we definitely are going to need some help on the coming turns. We have access to a lot of mana, so we can level up Bard Class and then try to set up a bunch of stuff next turn with all the mana we'll have. The question will just be how much life are we at by the time that comes. You probably want to get rid of Bard Class, opponent. Unless you're really worried about getting that Raptor through. Like, Bard... Yeah, there you go. Nope. Bard Class is the right answer. Okay. Alright, opponent. I'm not sure why that was the choice. Okay, I guess they're really going to try to force this Raptor narrative here. Okay. So they're doing nothing with that. Oh, this is cute. Huh. So we would get to play this for 4. Make a token that comes in as a 4/4 that we can turn into a 6/6. That's kind of nice. All right.
The entire forest is an army.
Wait, he got 3 counters? Oh, because Halana and Alena's power went up. I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's real good. Then, yeah, let's do that. Let's get in there for that 7. Let you bring the pain. Halana and Lena stand to be very good in this list. Oh, they just took the whole 7 ball. Okay. I guess they're going to get rid of our 7/7 here. Brutal Cathar or some such. Which would make sense. Though we're getting close to a turn where we can attack with Halana and Lena, the 7/7, a Den of the Bugbear. Like, we could have a pretty big attack step incoming. Alright, opponent. What you gonna do? Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking about here. I mean, it's kind of tough for them, though, right? Because if you remove our 7/7 to go after Rin and 7, then maybe you're just trying to turn, like, your... Oh, Intrepid Adversary. Okay, that's legit. That's a real thing here. Yeah. That could be just the card they were looking for. Hope they're going all in on this flyer. I was going to say, you're going to give it 2 more counters. Okay. Alright, it's a 7/8. The thing is, saving it to block doesn't do a whole lot, because we just get to turn our 7/7 into a 10/10. And if they attack, we can still block with Jaspera Sentinel. And I will do that, actually. Alright, we're going to block. And then we're just going to make some mana so we can tap this Magda. Alright. Okay, let's draw something good, deck. Ooh, a backup Rin in 7. That doesn't suck. That's super nice. Was not expecting to draw that. That is huge. Wow. Alright, so we use this one. Wow. Okay. Not what I was hoping to draw there with that, but it's what we got. So we're going to make it work. Alright, this takes 5. Don't necessarily want to do that yet. So let's go ahead and hit this. And then we will keep that one. Get another big creature here. I mean, the opponent has to block or die here. We're at 18, so yeah. I mean, this is a big old attack, so like, choose to block how you want. Halana and Elena has first strike anyway, so that doesn't even trade. I don't think the opponent realizes that. They do gain 4 life. Well, no, they won't even gain life here because they're blocking the first striker. Yep. That's a bad block, opponent. You're probably better off blocking Magda. Yep. Okay. Yeah, opponent just realized. They just gave the oops. They just realized what happened there. That was not good for them. Yeah. Now the creatures are all just going to be too small. We just have too much. Even if we attack with just our creature land. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. I mean, we basically have lethal because we... Well, I mean, that's not true. They have a Field of Ruin. So they can keep us from attacking with that. And just... Well, no, because they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah. Because they'll take the extra damage from Halana and Elena. Because we can just put those counters on a Magda. Or whatever else we draw. So yeah, they're not in good shape here. Started out looking kind of bad for us, honestly. Opponent got double Aspirant, got an Adversary, had the early Raptor getting counters. Looked like we were going to get wrecked, but things worked out. Okay. I'm not going to bother activating our Den of the Bugbear. I'm actually just going to try to find something. Well, we'd have to cast out of our hand, though, so that's not going to do it. Yeah, I was about to just attack with everything anyway there. Alright, we got the start we basically want, so we're keeping. And we did get a Torrens, so maybe we'll get to see how that works out this game. Oh, Magda into Magda is not what we are looking to do. Alright, we are going to pass, though, because we might want to just make treasure here, then load up on another treasure, and then hopefully draw a land, so we have access to maximum mana, and maybe we just play like Drizzt or something, since he has double strike. So we just take the damage here. Make the treasure. Ooh, we failed. We failed. That sucked. Alright, so it's not a total fail because we can go ahead and make Drizzt if we want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We can 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can make a chariot. That's also an option. We could. I think maybe we just Drizzt here. I was thinking maybe we could Torrens in this because then Torrens is a 2/2. But I think this is what I want to do, actually. I mean, it does use up all my treasure and all that, but it is 2 creatures. More problematic for the opponent to deal with. All their duders are on the ground right now. We can still make a chariot next turn if we want to. And now if they're going to deal with something, it's either the 4/1 or the 3/3. They're not really going to touch my Magda and whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Probably get our chariot. So the good news is they didn't come after our Drizzt or our cat. So those can both do stuff on this turn, which is super nice. It's much appreciated. Alright, so now we do get things opened up a bit here. Probably put this on green. So I say we go ahead and attack with these 2 duders. And just put the pressure down on the opponent. And just say you're going to do something. I don't know what that something is. Alright. We'll take a little bit of trample damage. And then we'll get to grow our Drizzt Duerden. And then here we're going to tap for a white. We're going to play... Why? Oh, I see. You're saving the treasure. That's fine. Either way, we'll still be able to do everything we want to do this turn. And then we get a Duder. Alright, so now we're going wider than the Selesnya Aggro deck. Now, admittedly, they could have their own chariot here, but I don't think that's going to stop us from attacking. Hamlet Vanguard, sure, you get a 5/5, that makes sense. That does stop us from attacking for a bit, though, which is super unfortunate. Actually, it's not true. We'll probably still trade the Drizzt for that and get in there with everything else. Because the opponent's only at 12. It's not like we're just going to not attack. You know, that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. Also, this has training, so if we attack, it becomes a 3/3. That's something to think about. Also, if we play the other Magda here, we do get another 1/1. It's also a 1/1 with training, right? Yeah, so it would also get bigger. It's kind of random to just waste the other Magda. But it does make a body that's relevant in this fight. So I think we're just going to do this. And then do this. Keep the untapped one. And then now we have an access to enough mana that when we play the Chariot next turn, we can also tap Magda to activate Chariot if we want to. And then just make extra treasure. So now when we go to attack, we have at least a pile of 2/2s there. So that's something to keep in mind. We have a 4/4 double striker, a 2/2 that's going to become a 3/3, and we have Targnar that could be a 4/4. So that's a lot of things happening. We can also choose to copy. That's going to be annoying. Yep, that's going to be a real problem. That's going to be a doozy. Alright, what do you want to do, opponent? Alright, you turned into a 5/3. That doesn't pump your team because it's a different type of counter. Alright, we take 6. Come on, be there. Not Not the be there we wanted, but not the worst thing either. Alright, so if we attack with everything, the 4/4 gets to trade with something. Targnar probably gets blocked by Hamlet Vanguard. Doesn't really do anything. Then we have a bunch of 1/1s and whatnot that are kind of just hanging out. But we would have 2 blockers on the ground. Opponent would gain 5 life. So this is just a mess, is what I'm saying. Also, if we choose to pump Targnar, we wouldn't have access to the Chariot, so that's a thing. Torrens being a 3 means he probably only but if Torrens gets blocked by the Intrepid Adversary, we just trade. So I'm okay with that. Let's do this for now. Attack here, here. Actually, if we attack with Targnar, he does pump everybody as well. So that's a thing. If they didn't have life gain here, we could have got away with a much bigger attack. But didn't want to risk it. I mean, this is still 13. I mean, it's 7 and 6, so still worth it. Alright, so Torrens is going to get killed. Huh. So opponent's going to take 6 here. We would take 6 next turn. So they're basically going to take 6, go to 6, go to 11. Lose their board. We could pump Targnar. This is actually a tough choice. Am I willing to just trade everything there? Man, I guess so. Sure. That seems fine. I think we just let that go. Only because they only have 2 cards, and we basically, I mean, we're representing lethal as things stand. Because if we attack with the Chariot, our soldiers become, or humans become 3/3s, so that's 6 by itself. Alright. Adeline matters here. I'm assuming everything's blocking. Unless they have another card that's relevant here, of course. Alright, they've got something. They think they can survive. We'll just block with one of these. I mean, maybe we gotta get something to deal with the flyer. During their instep, I will be a Huckberry and put this at risk. Let's see if they have something. Nope. Alright. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. However, we can turn this land into a creature, and I think that should give us enough. So let's... If we turn this into a 4, we could just tap that straight up, right? And try to attack with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. They block 2. Or we turn this into a 4. Attack. They block this. I mean, they didn't have a way to kill the Chariot during their instep, so I'm going to assume they just don't have it now. Could be a bad assumption, but we're doing nothing else. This is the moment of everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 1? Yep, okay. I'm just in it. I mean, probably shouldn't have put Magda at risk here, but whatever. We're either winning on this turn or we're not. We'll copy one of those. I mean, that's a crap ton of damage, so if they got something, they got something. Oh, looks like they don't. Woo! We'll keep. I mean, this gives us all the mana and stuff we want, so let's see what's up. Question is, can we do anything with it on these coming turns? We shall find out. I mean, we can Ranger class into another Despair Sentinel, which could maybe set us up, depending on what we want to do with this Kolvari. It's only let you play legendary creatures, right? Yeah, or a legendary spell, actually. Not okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and put this on red. Play a class. Go ahead and play this. And then we'll just see if we can catch up with this situation or not. We have access to 4 mana next turn. Naturalist, gonna become a pain in the butt. Opponent's choosing to attack. No blocks. Ooh. Almost deck. Almost, but not quite right. So we could just play Kolvari here as a 2/4. I mean, it's not the worst thought we've had. That'd be 4 mana. We really can't do anything else, though. But then we can Wrenn and 7 next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we could... No, that just doesn't do it. Alright. Yeah, I was just trying to think of some other way we could get around this, but there's really not. I think this is probably the best thing we can do. And then we'll just tap this. And that at least gives us a sizable body to put in the way. If we need to. And then next turn, if we Wrenn in 7, we're at least getting a 4/4 instead of getting like a 3/3 like we would this turn anyway. And that's probably better. And I think this is all we can really do. So no attacks. I mean, getting in for 2 damage would be nice, but doesn't really do much here. Arlen, annoying. But mostly fine. If opponent attacks, we probably just double block the werewolf pack leader. I'd be alright with that. Ooh, well now we're talking about doing some things. Wasn't expecting to draw Magda. Because now we could pump this. Play Magda. Well, if we play Magda, we get treasure back, right? So we do 1, 2. And then we get 1, 2 back, 3, 4. We can still 5 and play that. I mean, I guess that's worth it. Alright. I mean, we also possibly entice them to come after our Wrenn and 7. And we'll auto pay. Whoa. Cancel. I want to use treasure for that. I want to have an extra blocker. Actually... I want to tap. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, actually. We're going to have to do that anyway. Duh. I was looking at it all wrong. Okay. Alright, no attacks. Because this doesn't have vigilance or anything. Not yet. Now they're going to have access to a ton of mana here, though. This is the downside, so not a lot we can do. They could beat us up here pretty badly. They're choosing to not attack, though, so we still have an advantage here. Ooh, getting this, though, is real nice. I need to, however, though, I need to play this as a legendary creature if I want this to be a 6/6. Dang it. How greedy do we want to be? It's basically the question here. All right, let's start here. Let's have this 4/4. Actually, that's a little mistake. I should have just used the Ren and 7 first. Played a land. Yeah, that would have been a big deal. Because I would have still been able to attack with this. If they would have had the right play. Alright. Oh, they had a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, now they're just going to flip their Arlen over. Okay. That seems fine. Oh, it's on their turn, though. So, I mean, it wouldn't do anything there. It's for... You have to play 2 on your own turn. So then the question becomes... we flipped another Eska, so that's unfortunate. If we should play Eska to turn this into a 6/6, we're definitely going to play the land. That's a given. Or if we just go ahead and play Ren and 7 to have another 5/5. Which... Totally reasonable argument to be made there. But... Yeah. Don't think we can really gamble, unfortunately. Because of what their hand was. If it was something else, I think I would have taken a chance on another play. But really weren't in that situation. In the turn. So, I mean, we can block some things here if we have to. Won't be able to and trample. Yeah. But we can do a number on some other things. Can we survive all the damage coming our way? I don't know that we can, but we're going to have to try and find out. I mean, they might attack with just Arlen. I don't know. But I can't imagine. Really? You have all that, and you didn't even try to attack? Opponent. Oh, come on. Come on. That seems like real weak sauce. Like, what's the point of playing all that if you're not gonna attack? Yeah, I'll activate. Legendary creature. Ooh, we get one of these anyway. Alright. So that potentially changes things. Because now those are 6/6s. And we can play both of these spells. So we can play one of those this way. Probably just tap our little 2/2. Then we'll just play this straight up. So our Kolvari is a 6/6. Now we'll flip all their stuff back over. So it's going to be a lot weaker. And then we'll plus our Ren and 7 to set up for future turns. Ooh. Okay. Halana and Elena going in the yard sucks a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. We're actually kind of okay. And then we'll wait for things to flip over here. No need to be in a hurry. We could level up, but I think I would rather search with Kolvari at this stage. So, no attack. Actually, you know what? Maybe we do attack. We got some 6/6s here. I mean, really, though, we just end up trading 6/6s for some combination of a Pack Song Pup and probably one of these. Alright, no attacks. We're going to outgrow their creatures anyway, so at this stage, we can kind of win this fight. So no need to be in a hurry. Especially since their creatures are shrinking. Yep. They can choose to do nothing here. And then get their stuff to flip back over. Which is totally understandable. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and do this again. Activate good old Kolvari. Using that, and no, I will tap. Oh, I can't tap that yet. Okay, never mind. We'll auto pay with the treasure. Oh, we don't even get anything. However, getting the Bard class would have been nice, but I guess it's good those are out of the way. Alright, our turn. You play a pup. Sure, opponent. Ooh, we get a new Kolvari, we'll keep the old one. So, that plan bit us in the butt that time. Didn't work out. However, we can search now if we want to. Though we could also just do this. It's just level then level, because we're going to have all kinds of mana access here. Ooh, Chariot. Alright, well, we won't use Ren and 7 here. We probably will, just to put this land into play, and then we'll have those both set up for next turn. Because let's let you just get Legendary Creature. Alright, so let's just 0.
The land lends us its power.
Oh, actually, we're going to get the Chariot for free. So we might just be able to start attacking with these Tree Folk and our Lair of the Hydras. Alright, let's send one of these 8/8s, I guess, into the opponent. Do we want to do that even? We're at 17. This feels so dumb to not do it. But nah, no attacks. I guess we end. So lame, Zor. Okay. Kind of sucks I know I have the Chariot on top, because I think there was a better play to look for something and play it this turn. But we're just going to have to gamble and see what happens here. 8/8s are pretty big bodies in these fights. We can generate another treasure. We get a free Chariot. We draw the next card. We can also look at the next 6 cards with Kolvari to find something to play. We have all kinds of mana from an Eska being on the board. So we have a lot of stuff going our way right now. We just have to hope they don't get the right sequence of cards here. The good news is now, an 8/8 can just straight up block an Arlen. So we're not even worried about that. Like, that's the easy part of the job at the moment. It's just going to come down to how many cards are they going to try to get. Or if they have enough trample. I mean, they could just kill us because we're at 17. So that is a real consideration here. Alright, is this enough for them to get us? It very well could be. Let's find out. I mean, if they have anything even like pump your team, it gets this big, you know, that sort of thing. Like, that's a bonus too. I'm going to set up some blocks, but we might move them around. Mostly just checking to see how I feel about being able to do we need to block Arlen or do we want to kill? I think we can get by letting Arlen through. I think if they have something to kill us, they're going to kill us anyway. So currently we've got 12, 13, 14, 15 coming through. We don't really need this wolf. It's not going to kill anything. I think that's the best we can do. We take 9. Don't love it, but sure. I mean, I'll say, if you got it, you got it. Alright, that seemed to go alright. Oh, they must have just drawn that. Give something a bonus. Doesn't give it trample or anything, right? Just +2/+2? Yeah. And then whenever your opponent casts their second spell, you make it 2/2. Ew, that's going to be annoying, though. That can put us at risk. That is not good. That's definitely not what we wanted to see. Wait. Oh, a creature or a planeswalker card. Oh, I thought it was just a permanent for some reason. A legend. Oh, well. Crap. I screwed myself. Is what I did. Not good. Not good. Well, that puts us in a bad spot. Because I should have just got the chariot and cast it last turn. If that was going to be a thing. Well, now what do we do? I've got 35 cards. Alright, here's the first thing. Actually, you know what? No, I'm probably just going to make another 8-8 here. Opponent's at 24. Like, they block 8. They take 8, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, they're just going to be dead. So, yeah. We just go ahead, activate one of these. Yeah. Like, just trying to work out some feelings. Scourge of God. Like, what's that about? We're definitely going to keep this, though. And go with that on this. And then, ooh. This turn, I think we... Damn, it's really tempting to play Ranger class. Because then... I have 1, 2, 3. This still won't get us there. I think I'm just going to go with this. I mean, it could be a mistake. We could end up getting this Tauren's countered, but never mind. That's a non-issue there. Let's level this. Let's play this land. Oh, we still don't have enough. Oh, I did it wrong because he's only going to be -1, not -2, because he only has 1 green in the cost. Dang it. I should have just cast it. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a big mistake here. That is possibly a game-breaking mistake. Not even exaggerating. Like, that has potential to be that bad. Okay, the good news is... I mean, I guess if we want, we go ahead and Tauren's here. If it gets countered... I guess. I mean, gets killed, I guess it's fine. It does come in as a 3/3, so it's not going to instantly die to a Meathook Massacre here, which is a very relevant thing. Let's see if we can get this one through. Probably can't. Oh, we do. Intriguing. I mean, I guess we attack with both. I mean, if they're going to kill it, they're going to kill it. But I'm mostly sizing it up to stay ahead of the Meathook Massacre here. Shadow's Verdict. Boo! Alright, fair enough. Minus. Play this for free. Make a 3/3. And we pass. Yep, Epiphany, no surprise. Okay, Soul Shatter, sure. I mean, we have them down to 3 cards. So this doesn't feel terrible. I mean, if we're being real about things here. Alright. Let me think about this. I mean, we're going to attack, obviously, but I'm just thinking, like, do we want to level up the Bard class or this, since we know we have this in hand? I think we level up Bard Class. We'll go ahead and put the counter on Targnar. Mostly because if it gets bounced, we just get to replay it. It's not that big a deal. Deals 3 damage to a target creature. You gain 3 life. Alright, that seems fine. I guess I could have pumped it, but it didn't really feel worth it there with what we're trying to do this turn. And again, opponent's hand's already a little bit low, so meh. Go ahead and level this. Mostly because it allows me next turn to level the Ranger class, and then I can still play this for 1. Alright, this is good, because 1, it gives us access to an extra red mana if we want it, but it also means they're not going to have mana untapped for their Hall of the Giants. Unfortunately, it does mean we're probably getting close to a Hull Breaker, and that's not awesome. Let's just attack with this for 5 first. Oh, weird, and the opponent didn't even block there. That's really suspicious. Alright. I mean, we know one of the top cards is a land, but we don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that does hurt there, though. Alright. Ooh, Toski's not bad to draw off the top, though. And the good news is, we did get to a situation where the 7/7's big enough. And I could play Toski first, but if they have an exile removal or something, yeah, we're fine with that getting hit. Alright, and we get to play off the top. Ooh! Oh, we want to wait and do this off the top. I actually don't want to cast this Magda yet. That is a real unfortunate thing. Alright, let's end the turn. That's sad. Sucks to lose that Magda, but this is such a bigger threat and could result in more cards, and it can't be countered. So, too much value to not want to play this here. Ah, dang. We drew that Rin in 7 again. Alright, definitely going to attack. Guess we put a counter on Toski. Not that it matters, it's obviously getting blocked by the land, but still. Facts are facts. Alright. Downside is we really can't use either of these, can we? Gonna need red mana for either of those. Yeah, alright. Kind of unfortunate. We need to hope there's a creature, a legendary creature preferably, under this land. Okay, Professor Onyx it is. Down goes Inferno.
Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out. Wow.
Alright. Ooh, that's not good. It's not good at all. Alright, so here's what we gotta do. We have to activate this for at least 2. We know they have a thing that deals 3 damage, though, which kind of sucks. Alright, I guess we gotta do this. Mostly because we've just seen certain spells from the opponent that are annoying. And then we're gonna send this into the opponent, this into... Actually, no. What am I doing? Send this here, this here. Might as well put the counter on Toski. Maybe it's supposed to go on the land, but I just figure if they have a kill spell or something here, I'd rather... Okay, looks like they don't have it. Alright, so we do get a card off the top.
Guess you
Don't know if it unlocks anything here. It definitely does not unlock anything. Okay. Well, looks like that's going to be it. Alright, Deluge is a good card for them here. With them just being at 5. Man, what does that mean? We had like 4 mana sources on top in a row? That's not good. Okay, that at least lets us play something. So that's a start. Ooh, another Toski. Not good. That is not what we're looking for. However, we'll go ahead and activate this for 1, 2, 3. Don't think we want to go all out. If I do it for 3, I can leave mana open to cast the other Toski. In case something happens to this one. I mean, I guess I should just put the counter on the Toski, right? Because if they have a way to kill something... Oh, okay, what's the divide by 0 anyway? So actually, this sort of works to our benefit. In the sense that... we get to play this Toski and leave the other one in our hand to draw other cards, which is pretty sweet. Alright. Ooh, this is going to be relevant next turn. Oh, man. That could be really good here. Oh, do they have the right counter, though, is the question. So if they don't, this has really big potential. Alright, so if we do this for... well, we play this land, right? And we do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That leaves 2 mana open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Target these 2. I mean, I guess we just split it evenly. Why not? If it's just Terrarius Disruption, we're good. If it's anything else, negate or whatever, kind of sucks for us. Alright, it worked. Alright, we're gonna keep this. It's not the flashiest hand, but it's functional. Really depends on what the opponent does, what we lead with here, I think. Man, this board with like just the petals and everything else is just cool. I don't know if anything on it's interactive. I guess you could blow out the candles. Yep, and they slowly come back on. Oh, they actually make a sound whenever you put them out. That's cool. Oh, opponent. Come on, come on. Let's do it to it. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and lead with this. Since we don't really know what's going down here just yet. Assuming this is Monowhite Aggro of some kind. Yep, sure is. Alright, so we're going to do the only thing we can do here that makes sense. And putting a 2-2 on the way doesn't really do much. This allows us to play Magda, and then next turn maybe try to do some stuff with like Halana and Lena. Maybe this. I don't know. We just kind of have to wait and see. Mostly going to be about just putting bodies in the way at some point. Is really the game plan. That's what this is going to be all about. Play a land. Play this on green. Play Magda. Alright, so we have a 3-2. Now, the fun thing is we get to play Halana and Elena next turn as a 3-4, and every time we get counters, or put counters on something, we get to put 3 counters. So that's pretty nice. And in theory, depending on what the opponent does here, we could play Halana Elena, play Ranger Class, give the Wolf +3 and attack, and kind of start changing the narrative a little bit here. Or maybe we just attack it. Whoa, hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some groove in it. Now that really changes things. Because we can Chariot activate. Okay, yeah, here's what we can do. Check this out. So we can play Chariot. Get those, right? Now we can tap this and that. That'll generate a treasure. Activates our Chariot. Play the Halana on Lena using the treasure. And then at the start of combat, put 3 counters here. Attack. Copy a token. That was a sick turn. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Like, we just started to put the hurt on the opponent here all of a sudden. Like, now that Luminarch Aspirant doesn't even have a good attack. Yeah, you could Brutal Cathar. You do your thing, opponent. I would stop that too. Really? That's how you feel? I was like, because I'm just jump blocking with the cat there. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him for it. I'll tell you that. All right, so opponent's at 15. We have a backup Magda, so we're not even worried about that. All right, we go ahead and play this for sure. Minus to make a 4/4. I'm just baiting if I just tap the 4/4 to do this. I think I want to tap this for the treasure, honestly. And then just attack with a 7/7 and like 2 tokens and copy a 4/4. I think I like that instead. Even though, again, I could replace the Magda. I think we can do more with the treasure over the next couple turns. And then I'm willing to attack with this and this. Yeah. Because what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to block a token. Like, cool. Whatever. You take 9. That basically gives us lethal no matter what they do the following turn. That's not true. I mean, depending on what other 3 mana thing they have. Could matter. But they can't really risk an attack here into Rin and 7. So we just got too much going on. And we can still activate Lair of the Hydra for like 4 if we really need to. Man, the start the opponent had, I thought we were going to get blown up this game, but no. We took a couple of big hits and stabilized, and it's been all us since then. Yeah, sure. I mean, what you gonna do? Gonna use that to trade for our chariot? Ah, well, apparently we were set to draw all the Magdas. Okay, so what's our game plan? We plus for no good reason really here. Well, card we didn't really want other than another chariot, so that's fine. We could also do something interesting in playing another Bard class and level it, and then just have a big Magda. But we could also play this. Just trying to think what's the best use of our turn here. I think we want to tap these 2. I think we will activate this. Oh, wait. Hold up. We're going to make our lands a little bit bigger. There we go. Activate this. For 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably plenty. Actually, we can just make it 5, right? Now, let's just make it 4 in case. I don't want to worry about doing math here. And then we'll just attack with everything. Copy one of the 5/5s. They have no choice but to block. Yep. I mean, that's 6. Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta block something the other way. Cool. Done. We have 0 reason to play anything here. Especially since we have a creature land that's lethal if they happen to have a sweeper of some kind. I don't know what they could do here. Well, that ain't gonna get it. Alright, well. Yeah. Okay, then. Well, alright, y'all. That was a fun adventure, and that performed insanely better than I thought it was going to. So, I don't know what the hell that means, because I don't think this deck... Like, don't get me wrong. I think the deck is good. I think it's playable. I don't think it's that good. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this might be... You know, you can probably get it to where it's like a 60%er on the ladder, but I don't think it's just like this unbeatable, like, monolith or that we had today. But the results were fun. It was good. We got to see all the different cards in action, which was really nice. And the interactions were very sweet with this deck. So I think there's probably even more stuff we can do if we explore it a little bit. I think the new cards really do open up some options, and maybe we have to go to more copies of them, truthfully. They were really just that good. So yeah, thumbs up all the way around. This was a fun build. This is one I probably could catch myself playing on the ladder a little bit more too, which is pretty nice whenever you come across those. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Grumgully the Generous, because I was thinking Grumgully is actually the type of card I wouldn't mind having in this list. In all reality, I mean, we'd be able to make all kinds of things have more bonuses, which would be pretty cool, but just not a thing, unfortunately. But this is the type of card that always is going to be fun, I think, in the future for kitchen table games. But most particularly, I wanted to point it out because if you're playing something like a tokens deck that's doing non-human tokens, well, Grumgully might be a type of card you want if you have the right colors to play it in your commander deck. I mean, it does give everything else an additional bonus, so your 1/1s or 2/2s or whatever all come in being larger. I mean, I'm thinking about putting it in my Rith deck because Rith makes 1/1 Saprolings that happen to be 2/2s with a Grumgully. So just something fun to think about on that type of card. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to get today's deck list in the description down below, along with links for our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So if you want to come by, talk about Magic with the other 500 plus members of the Brood hanging out in there, feel free. It's open to the public. Also, if you haven't, consider joining our memberships here on the YouTube channel, because that helps me out, helps me grow the channel, and it's a way for you to participate, getting to decide what's going to appear here on the channel, and even get some of your content featured. And I'm actually going to start having some content just for members as well, so some cool little fun videos that you'll get privy to. And then finally, if you haven't, please remember, like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff, because it really does help the channel. And I could really use some extra subscriptions and really use the likes right now, so please remember, hit those buttons. It's very important. And if you haven't, let me know in the comments why you haven't subscribed or why you don't like the video, because that always helps too. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.